This should be fun. So, I'm a big fan of Guardians of the Galaxy, as are you, but I'm also a fan of Walking Dead, so I thought I'd mash them up. Do you ever watch Walking Dead anymore? You don't know what you're missing. Best character of all time came onto the scene. When you did watch, were you one of the millions of people that wanted Lori gone? Carl's still there, if you can believe it. So was Lori the problem? Was it that she was never watching Carl, or was it that she just was always getting Rick into trouble? All right. And what was it Shane? Was his best friend? Who's probably Judith's dad, most likely. All right, so who was your favorite character in Guardians of the Galaxy? Is it Jax? Is that his name? The wrestler. What's his name? Should know it. Drax. That's right. Best tattoos ever. So, do you know who I'm making? So I just used the heavy paintbrush to do that, or the thick paintbrush to do that, and I used the background with the galaxy. Thought it made sense. And then I like Toon for eyeballs. And since Groot has brown eyes, with black pupils, and because he's sort of like an anime character, his own right. All right, so the other thing that I'm gonna give him to make the mashup. Do you know how I'm gonna mash him up? Well, thanks for spoiling the surprise. And who carries a bat? What? Batman? No. Oh, that's right, you don't watch it. Who have you heard carries a bat in Walking Dead? No, Rick carries a hatchet. There's a new character. Carries a bat. Lori is dead. Don't you remember? No, Judith doesn't carry a bat. She doesn't carry anything. No, somebody else. Oh, smoke is not what I'm looking for. Um, have you heard of a character called Negan? You have not heard of Negan? Negan. No, it is not a chick's name. And by the way, Negan is my favorite character of all time in Walking Dead. You haven't heard of him? You're just messing with me then. That's real funny. So, there's, you need the right color. And then I'm going to make it a little deeper for the older stains, even deeper than that. Sorry, that's for Glenn. And for Abraham. So, get a couple other things going on here just to make the detail. Um, how do I keep getting to the smoke? So I noticed that Groot's got a little bit of moss already. It's kind of weird. It's sort of like, would you call it cannibalism that Groot is carrying a bat? That would be sort of the leftovers of his forefathers to bash in the skulls of Walking Dead characters. Does that seem like a tradition? A little odd. Get a little bit of expression. Have you ever watched Fear the Walking Dead? You know what my favorite thing about Fear the Walking Dead? I heard that they have the best makeup artist in the business. That's really my favorite thing. She also did the makeup for Sons of Anarchy. That would be Tracy Anderson. I've heard amazing things about her. She also was a makeup artist for Extreme Makeover Home Edition for a long time. So, does that work? Would you call that a mashup? Can you see it? Is that a proper mashup? So, how would you title it? Would it be I Am Negan or I Am Negan is what they say? What would you say? Well, thanks. Gotta use just the right lighting. I don't think he would do cursive. Does that work? So the cool thing is you walk around and see everything in 3D and tilt brush. Oop, didn't get the backside of the bat. So the way I would add to this is, oh, you know what? Okay, I got to add something to this, which you will find kind of funny. It's sick, but I'm going to add it anyway. Can you predict what it is? Kinda. Just watch. Can you tell what I'm doing yet? This is kind of like playing an elaborate game of Pictionary. Can you tell yet? You can? I'm going to have to figure out how to do this the right way. Are you really working on it, or are you now looking at your phone? It's okay. Figured out yet? Really? Is anybody watching the stream? They are? Well, ask them if they figured out who I am drawing. Because I thought it was pretty obvious. Anybody guess yet? Huh? Is it Glenn? No. Oh, that's funny. Very nice. Well, it'll just be a second. Remember, this is a mashup. Nope. All right, hold on. Anybody guess yet? All right, then I need to add an element. It's not a tree. Hold. Okay, if you look at it from this angle or this angle, anybody want to guess yet? And remember that it's a mashup. A lizard? Wait, are you saying that or are you reading that? Okay, so now remember, This is a mashup, and this is Guardians of the Galaxy and Walking Dead. Could it be Rocket? Yes, it is Rocket. Because it occurred to me, who would Groot go after? I mean, who would he go after in a surprise way? I know he loves him. I suppose it'd be more likely. Who did Groot fight with more? Probably Star-Lord, but yes, it's Rocket. Because I'm just trying to emphasize the fact that in Walking Dead, nobody is safe from their friends. There we go. And like that. That was weird. All right. Can you see it now? Um, so question for you. Who's your least favorite character in Guardians of the Galaxy? Let me lift up Rocket for a second. What do you think of is it is Tim Gunn the creator? Well, I think he's awesome. So I didn't really do a real creepy death scene for old Rocket here. I like him too much. He's going full zombie. There. Has to have his tongue hanging out, right? It's a little bloated. Kind of tragic, really. Does that work? And now, can you see it get bigger on the screen or no? You don't see the scale changer, do you? So where all of a sudden it becomes like giant Groot. You can see that perspective. All right, let's go around. That's pretty funny. So the other thing about tilt brush that I love is you can change scale just by going like this. And if you look, you're the size of a squirrel, you're the size of a person. And you can bring it into view that way. Say up, size of an elephant, size of a dinosaur. Now we're the size of a dinosaur in comparison to the drawing. If you look at the hand controllers, you can see that the scale of this drawing right here is super tiny, but then you can stretch it. And the other thing is, and you can see these little footprints, that's teleport. You can circle the drawing. Of course, you can't see it, so I'm going to hold this while I do that. Or on the back side. There we go. So that is just a quick little bit more tutorial on tilt brush and why I love it so much with a mashup of Guardians of the Galaxy and Walking Dead. Two character-driven shows, films that I love very much, and I thought this would be great. So thank you. If you watched, if you didn't watch, I don't really worry about that. But if you guys want to try out Tilt Brush, it's totally worth it. It's really fun.